Hello and welcome to Flory Models Kit Review Time. Today we've got NuNu, which used to be Platts, but I think it's now just NuNu. 1/24 scale Peugeot 306 Max. So, as you can see, nice to get a Peugeot car. We don't see many of them, especially like rally ones and things like that as well. So it's really nice to have NuNu put their stamp on them. Okay, so what we got down here is the 96 Monte Carlo Rally version. Look round on the kit, looking very sporty, very nice, as you can see, with it all just down in there. Okay, kit number for this one is, he says, looking for it, PN24009. Okay, and we've got your colour callouts and your things down on there like that. So, in the box, we are greeted by, stand up, here we go. Okay, we got clear parts, so we got two screws with clear parts down in there. As you can see, looking very white because it is good solid colour on all the sort of NuNu Platts kits. We've got the front bumper, we've got a little bit of chrome work, we've got some very skinny tyres, as you might imagine. Some more wheel hubs, screws. Okay, so we've got the body and chassis down in there like that. We've got obviously some gorgeous markings. We'll have a proper look at that in a moment. And then we've got the decals, the instructions, sorry. So let's just move that. So usual thing, obviously colour callouts right the way through. Okay, and then obviously straight into the under the rear suspension. Okay, so we've got that one down in there as well. Looks quite nicely detailed right the way through. We've actually got the brake discs down on there as well, so that's actually looking very nice as well. Rear body for down under the chassis and everything else like that. So we've obviously got the fuel tank, rear suspension being fitted down onto that one, and obviously we've got the first of the actual running gear going down underneath. We've got the steering chassis and the various bits being fitted down there as well. Front brake pads being sorted out, the exhaust pipe going down on there, and the mount for that one. Polycap for the actual wheels and things as well being situated and put in place. Then we're into the actual body as well, so you've got the huge roll cage being put down in there like that, and then obviously we've got the pedals, floor pan, fire extinguishers, usual things you might expect down in there. Dashboard being fitted down in, some of the details being down on there. Obviously your steering wheel, rear view mirror, gear shifter being fitted down in there as well, so that's been fitted in. Then we've got the navigator and the driver's seats being fitted, a little bit of framework down in the bottom there, and then obviously shown for your harnesses as well, because obviously we assume they're going to be decals. You can go down in there like that. Dashboard frame being fitted down in there, door cards being fitted on, usual thing. And then we've obviously got the wheels being put on there as well. So these are straightforward jobs, just being fitted straight onto the actual rims, radiator. It's a polycap, so you're not going to have to glue those into space. We've got a spare being fitted down in the back, and then we've actually got the body shell on the top. So painting on the insides for all of these areas. There is a couple of holes to open up in there, and then we've got the lights and the various things being fitted down onto that one. Peugeot badge being fitted down in, which is a decal, and then we've got the front and rear bumpers being dropped onto that one. Clear parts, obviously we've got the glass work, and then obviously the seals and the various things being put on with all of those. Rear lights, all the usual bits and pieces you might imagine being fitted down into there. Windscreen wipers, the spoiler, rear view mirrors, and then obviously the body being fitted down onto the chassis. Okay, last bit, so a couple of aerials, bits and pieces in there, bonnet ties, things like that. Completes off your thing. And then obviously we've got your decal placement, so there's quite a lot of those to be put in there, but you have got some paint work to do in amongst all of that to put the blue in there if you were going to be going there with the red. And then obviously your parts call out, not using that bit, which you did wonder when we took it out. I was thinking, what is that? Obviously for a different version. Okay, so start off with looking very nice indeed. So moving straight into the close-up, let's have a look at these decals, just to see what these are like. To be honest with you, we've looked at quite a few NuNu kits now, and they are usually very, very nice indeed. Okay, so we'll start off as we find them. So just down in here, this is obviously for the seals and everything going around the actual windscreen and the blacked out areas and stuff like that. So that's very nicely done indeed. And then we've got the main bit. Oh, actually, I thought this would actually be painted blue, but it's not. You can see it just down in here, right way up. The blue parts are separate, and even the red for running down over the bumper. I thought these would be painted, clearly not. So obviously all of those, and we've got the tyre markings as well being put in there, the SO1s, usual things. So it's quite nice that we have got some sponsors on the decals as well right the way through. There's those harnesses. There's a little trick for that. Have a look when I did the Hurricane, but fixing them to foil and then using them to make them look very three-dimensional and all the rest of it. Dashboard, number plates, usual bits and pieces right the way over, obviously door numbers. So you'd be fitting whichever one you want on there. So you can be doing number 1 or number 5. And that's very nice with all of those. Some of the smaller parts, we've got the chrome. So there's not a lot of point getting these axes or anything behind the camera. So we've got the chrome parts obviously for the rears of the headlights and things like that. And again, you can see down in here, we do have the tyres. There is a little centre seam, so you are going to have to do a little bit with them. But as you can see, we've got the poly caps and the tyres all done just like that. So they're actually very nice, nice tread on those. Okay, clear parts, again, not really much point taking these out of the bag, purely because they are ultra crystal clear, no problem with that at all. This thing here, obviously we're not using, but obviously you've got the lights down in here, which are diffuse, sort of Pharrell lens effect with those. So again, that's all very nice indeed. So the main bit, which we all want to see really, is the body. See how nice and clear this is. And again, not going to disappoint. They are really nice, good, solid colour bodies, as you can see just down in there like that. So actually looking very, very nice. Never seen a bad one at all. And again, this one's nice. And also, it's solid. It's a good, thick plastic on these ones. So it's a nice, good, solid body shell on these. So again, on the inside, nothing really to see, as you might imagine. A couple of ejector pins in the roof there, which you're not going to worry about. But there we go. That's those done just like that. You have got the little holes up in here, and it's thin, but it's not actually touching through. You can probably see how close they are to going through, but they're not quite making it. So happy with those, no problem at all. Okay, so we might as well just pop straight down in here. As you can see, again, not a lot of point taking this out. We've just got the front bumper, and we've got the spare wheel and the spoiler. So fair enough with all of those, no problem again. Hubs. So again, really nice with the wheel hubs. Again, that classic look to those. Okay, so down in here, we've got the body and the chassis. Let me get in. Okay, so as you can see, looking very nice, very sort of tidy on there, and then moving in, you can see, got that body looking very much the part. Door cards, got some of the fuel tanks, floor pans, things like that. And then here we've got the rear bumper, we've got your seats, and obviously we've got the underside there at the bottom of the engine showing through. Looking all very nice, no problem with that. And then obviously on the blind side, pretty good. Radiator's got detail on the other side as well. So that's very nice indeed. Okay, last up we've got the roll cage and all the running gear. Okay, so down in here first, you can probably see on Spruce C, we've got the roll cage. And actually I'm happy to report there isn't much burring on this at all. So you're going to get away with that. It's not like it's got a massive amount. There is some, don't get me wrong, but it's not as bad as I've seen on other models. But moving in there, as you can see, looking very nice indeed. There's your side parts. Down in here, we've obviously got the running gear. So we've got the drive to the front wheels, obviously got your exhaust, your various things. Bottom plates for the thing, got the dashboard, both parts. Looking very nice indeed. And then last up, we've obviously got the brake disc, suspension, steering wheel, all the bits and pieces on here like that. So you see windscreen wipers, fire bottles, got the pedals there, dampeners, and there's your steering wheel. Brakes, big old for the rears and fronts. So as you can see, suspension and all the small parts on there just like that. A little bit of flash just up on these parts, but I think it's the angle they've moulded them at, because obviously that's your wing mirrors. So by the time you get your clear parts in there, that's obviously your chrome parts will fit in there, it'll be absolutely fine, no problem at all. Beautiful. Again, this is the thing. Platts, NuNu we'll call them from now on, have actually produced another fantastic kit. All of their car kits are really, really nice. Good, solid, colour in the actual with the white and everything else like that. But the detail right the way through is absolutely fantastic for a kit. It's not going to give you too much trouble. It should fall together with no real problems, and then you can go into there to give it a fantastic paint job, and obviously getting the decals on there to produce a really nice looking Peugeot. So there we go, that's the Peugeot 306 Maxi 96 Monte Carlo Rally version 1/24 scale by NuNu.